Hello, friend. Thank you for joining me on the mat today. For this wind down practice, we begin in wide child's pose. Knees open to the sides of the mat, gently resting the forehead down. Opening up through the heart center as we melt into the mat. Releasing tension in the hips and the shoulders, areas that tend to get tight with daily life. Breathing deeply, beginning to let go of the day, feeling yourself surrender with every breath as we lengthen through the spine and release tension from the mind. One more deep breath before gently pressing up, lifting the chest, and coming to find a seat on the knees. Moving slowly for this whole practice. Sitting up nice and tall, reaching up through the crown of the head as we connect back to our inner selves. Using your breath, maybe closing the eyes, just noticing how you feel. One more deep, calming breath before gently lifting up onto the balls of the feet. We can take a balance here or keep the knees down on the mat. Inhale, reach the arms up, and exhale to cactus them open wide, squeezing the shoulder blades together, lifting the chest. Big breaths. We hold here. And if you haven't already, on your next exhale, gently lower down onto the knees, taking the hands behind the lower back, interlacing the fingers, reaching the chest up to deepen this big heart opener, stretching through the fronts of the shoulders as we open up through the bottoms of the feet. Beautiful. We can gently release and untuck the toes, coming to sit on the heels. Planting the right hand, reach the left overhead. Maybe we take the feet from under the sit bones to deepen this big, full side body stretch. Breathing at your natural rhythm. And gently releasing to come back up onto the feet, switching sides. Feeling the skin stretch over the ribs as we open up and release. Releasing our side stretch, crossing the feet at the ankles, coming into easy seat. Releasing tension in the cervical spine by finding any neck rolls that feel good. Maybe tucking the chin into the chest, or maybe taking full big neck circles. Just making sure to move carefully and intentionally. Listening to your body, getting out all of those little creaks and crinks that we may have accumulated. And once we feel good with our neck circles, we can gently open the hips by sending the chest forward and taking large hip circles. Making sure to reverse, going the other way. Maybe releasing some emotions of the day here. Coming onto all fours, preparing to mobilize the spine with 3 rounds of cat-cow. Moving with the breath. Inhale to open the throat, and exhale to open through the upper back. Meeting in neutral spine. Inhale, lift the left hand, and exhale, thread the needle. Coming to lie on the left ear and holding this position for a few breaths. Continuing to press through the mat to open through the upper back just a little bit more. And gently release. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, tabletop. Finding a few more rounds of cat-cow before taking the other side. Enjoying this movement, this motion with the breath. Feeling grounded down into the mat. And finding our tabletop before reaching the right arm up high and threading the needle. Noticing whatever comes up for you today. Sending it love with each breath as we gently let it go. Preparing our body for sleep, a restful night. And when you're ready, you can gently release, coming back into tabletop, grounding through the hands and extending the right leg long, sending energy out through the heel, waking up the entire back leg. On your next inhale, cross the leg over the left ankle, gazing back at it. Finding length in the entire body. Releasing the twist and taking the right leg in through the hands, finding our low lunge. Taking your time to get here, finding your comfortable position, before maybe taking the hands to the knees or the hips. Opening up, finding length in this left hip flexor. Inhale, reach the arms up high, and exhale, drop the right hand, finding the back leg. Only going as far as feels good. We may be a little tight today, maybe we're not as open. Exhale to plant the left hand, lift the back knee, and reach up for a twist. Nice and active in the legs here. And then gently exhale to make your way into extended side angle, grounding through the left back of the foot as we reach overhead. One more big full breath. And then exhale to turn to the front of the mat, releasing the left knee and sending the hips back, coming into half splits. Inhale to reach through the crown of the head, and exhale to deepen, opening up the hamstrings, releasing tension. Then coming back through our low lunge to gently find tabletop position once more. Extending the left leg long, reaching the heel back. Taking just a few breaths in each pose as we gently wind down. Crossing the leg over the other ankle, finding this gentle twist, full body expression. Then taking our gaze in between the hands and finding our low lunge on the left side. Squaring the hips before lifting up to send the pelvis down into the mat. Continuing to use our breath to help us let go of the stressors of the day. And inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, find our revolve, reaching the left hand down. Breathing nice and deep. One more big breath before exhaling to plant the right hand, finding our twist. Tucking the toes to lift the knee. Finding our strength as we lift up. Opening through the back. And planting the left hand on the inside of the foot. Pivoting the back foot and reaching overhead, extended side angle. A nice long line from fingertips to the edge of the foot. One big breath. And exhale, come through your low lunge to make our way into half splits. Flexing the foot up at the face, finding as much length and space as we can. Visualizing all that you're letting go. Gently planting the left foot, shifting the weight forward and stepping up to the top of the mat. Coming down into our yogi squat, toes point to the corners of the mat as we reach the chest up and send the pelvis down. Maybe closing the eyes for a few moments here, helping to go within, tuning out mental distractions. One more deep breath in through the nose and out through the nose. And then gently find our way onto our back, moving carefully. And then hugging both knees into the chest, finding a slight little rock here. Feeling this beautiful lower back massage, especially after we've just worked all day. You deserve this comfort. Coming into a twist, we can gently let the knees fall to the right side as we extend the arms shoulder height. Taking about 3 breaths in this static twist before finding some shoulder mobility. Inhale, and on your next exhale, take the left hand and try to close it to the right. Inhale, open. Exhale like you're closing a book. Do about 5 of these total, moving with your breath. And whenever you're ready, you can gently switch to the other side, finding the knees to the left and holding our twist. Opening before we mobilize. Starting to close your book on the exhales. Reducing any more physical tension from the upper body as we start to release and relax. And whenever you're ready, we meet in neutral spine, lying on the back, knees up towards the ceiling, feet at the edges of the mat. We can stay here in this rest pose, or maybe we take a few supine windshield wipers. Whatever your body is calling for in this very moment. And wherever we are, we meet next in happy baby, sending the feet up, grabbing a hold of the outer edges or maybe the ankles, pressing the lower back down into the mat, maybe relieving any pain we find there, opening through the inner groins, coming back to our breath. Whenever the mind wanders, feeling relaxed, knowing that our day is done and we've done everything we needed to do. We can gently release into corpse pose, or maybe we take a reclined bound angle. Really settling in and surrendering to the mat, letting everything become heavy as we breathe nice and even. Finding stillness. And this is where I leave you today. I hope you have a great, restful night. Namaste.